And it says so in black and white, Jacob Zuma was part of the leadership in the process to destroy science. That's not my opinion. I'm telling you what the Zondo Commission says.
All right, so look, former President Thabo Mbeki, I almost said Cyril Ramaphosa, but I'm talking about Thabo Mbeki, accused Zuma of something worse, like honestly something worse, and he's saying, look, the country, it is where it is because of Jacob Zuma, right? And then he goes on now to quote something to say, the country under his leadership, from Mandela to until he was fired, the country was like this, right? The country was like this. But when Zuma took over, the country started to go down. Now, I'm not sure whether that is inconsistent with other facts, right? I am quite not sure about that. And that is why I invite you to take this journey with me, as we will be trying to find as much fact as possible and comparing that which was said by Mbeki. Let's compare it with that which is said by Jacob Zuma. Not Jacob Zuma. But there are facts, or there are things that I spoke about, right? I spoke about things that Jacob Zuma did under his leadership. To say things started spiraling out of control under his leadership, I don't think it is true. I'm going to substantiate what I'm talking about. Just give me time about it. But I don't think there's truth. But one thing I also want to let you know is the fact that there is that war between Jacob Zuma and Thabo Mbeki, and that war is very serious and it's personal. But there's something that I know that is very personal to me as well. I put it to you that you do the following. First, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free, to like the video it is free, to comment in the comment section below it is free of charge, to click the notification bell it is free of charge, to share this video it is free of charge, to watch this video until the end it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads, it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the Super Thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, we'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. Now I'm gonna let you listen to a full audio of what Thabo Mbeki said. Before I do so, let me remind you, do you remember me? Because I don't want to go back and do the same thing. Don't you remember 2 videos that I did about Jacob Zuma's performance? Don't you remember me telling you that from the current state, Jacob Zuma stands as one of the second best performing president in the world? But how is that? I don't know. I'm trying to find the relevancy between what he's saying versus what the states are saying about Jacob Zuma's performance being the number 2 in the world, second best performing local president in the entire world. Then you are saying things started spiraling out of control under his leadership. Take a look at what Thabo Mbeki said.
And of course, you know who the president was. And it says so in black and white, Jacob Zuma was part of the leadership in the process to destroy science. That's not my opinion. I'm telling you what the Zondo Commission says. I'm telling you what the Zondo Commission says. Now, that's a bit of a conundrum. That you would have the President of the Republic of South Africa participating in a process to destroy the institution that gives him the means to govern. That's a kind of contradiction. It's a contradiction that then raises a question. Who indeed is this president? Because there is no way you are going to be able to square the circle that the President of the Republic of South Africa acts to destroy the South African Revenue Service. Either the Zondo Commission is entirely wrong, or we are dealing with somebody who is entirely wrong. I'm saying, colleagues, that I think this is part of the process of the understanding of what Andres describes as age 1 and age 2. And what happened during these two ages, which are opposite to each other.
Okay, so do you remember that when you talk about grant, under the leadership of Jacob Zuma, there was an increase in terms of grant. I proved that to you. And then under the leadership of Jacob Zuma, from that of Mbeki in terms of building houses for poor people, there was an increase under Jacob Zuma from Mbeki to Zuma, right? In terms of water and sanitation, like you having water and everything, I proved it via stats. I don't want to go back. There was an increase when Zuma came in. He performed better than Mbeki in terms of people who had access to water. So, first of all, access to water, Zuma performed better than Mbeki. I proved it to you. Grant, Zuma performed better than Mbeki. Schools built under Jacob Zuma, Zuma performed better than Mbeki. We're not going to talk about the issue of ARVs and all the stuff. That's a separate separate thing, right? Infrastructure. Zuma excelled in terms of infrastructure. That is why we can't even compare Zuma and Mbeki in terms of infrastructure in this country. That's where he excelled the most in terms of infrastructure. I proved it. I brought fact before you, right? If you don't believe me, there are videos in this video too where I talk about the works of Jacob Zuma and why people such as Thabo Mbeki hate Zuma. And remember that in one of the video, I don't know where if I will find that video, where Ramaphosa himself, he said it, that Jacob Zuma, he sits in the council of like African presidents in general. Jacob Zuma sits there because he's the one that was able to, that is the one that performed better in terms of infrastructure in this country. So when it comes to infrastructure, all the other countries in Africa, they want to learn from Jacob Zuma alone, right? Now, you hear the man saying things started to spiral out of control under the leadership of Jacob Zuma. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, my man, what exactly are you talking about? Like, Ramaphosa said it. He said that Jacob Zuma, I didn't know about that. We were told by Ramaphosa. Then you are telling us that he's performed worse than me. Yes, in terms of GDP growth and the other aspects that I didn't look. I think I'm not sure about unemployment. How was it compared to like when you compare it? Mbeki's 10 and Zuma's 10. I don't know who performed better there, right? But I gave you a comprehensive report when it comes to the performance of Jacob Zuma. And I proved it to you. And I even said to you guys, give me the one of Ramaphosa because it's the one that I'm looking for. And you can't find it. He keep giving us excuses. He never provided substantial evidence as to what he has done as the president. And that is what Ramaphosa has never provided. I'm telling you, Ramaphosa has never ever provided any substantial evidence. He keep telling us about there was COVID-19. We say, COVID-19, okay, 2 years. You had 6 years, so in 4 years, what did you do? He cannot account for that. So Ramaphosa, remove him in the equation. We can't have Ramaphosa in this discussion. Talk about Jacob Zuma and Mbeki, right, the two. I want you to tell me from your own words, right, from what you now know, things that has to spiral out of control. The day Zuma took over, me and Mandela, the country was, okay, maybe in the aspect of unemployment. And that is the only thing that he has mentioned. Maybe also in the aspect of GDP growth. Maybe in that aspect, because if I remember vividly, under Jacob Zuma, the country was growing at about 5%, right? Under Jacob Zuma. Whereas under Mbeki, that I don't think I will disagree with this one. I think it was above that. I think it was about 7%, if I'm not mistaken, right? But under the current one, I don't even want to talk about it because the country is performing worse under the current one, right? That is, hey man, the current one, guys. But the conversation is between Jacob Zuma and the conversation is between Jacob Zuma and Thabo Mbeki. Thabo Mbeki is accusing Zuma and say things that is to spiral out of control from the day Jacob Zuma became in charge of this country, which is because he says things were better up until 2008. And if you know, in other words, footage, that is something that I forgot. There's something I forgot to say. He is saying things got worse under the leadership of Kgalema Motlanthe, Jacob Zuma, and also, in other words, he's also implicating Ramaphosa because now he mentioned the issue of load trading. Sonje, he is simply saying the only best person ever to have performed who's still alive, it is him, nothing else. And me, I'm saying, if you consider things from a holistic approach, I don't think he's right. Yes, from an unemployment point of view, from GDP point of view, yes, I think he's got the best numbers as opposed to Zuma. I think those are the two facts that I know. Other than that, all the other ones, Zuma performs better than him. It's a fact. It's there. It's a fact. Zuma performed better than him. So how will you then say things that is to spiral out of control from the day Jacob Zuma took over? I remember Motlanthe. I don't know what I am doing now, but guys, I'm trying to think a good time. What are you saying? Because from the facts that we know, yeah, you can't name one thing and say things were good just by naming one thing or two. Till we looked at the holistic we came up with a comprehensive report and we found that Zuma performed better than you in most of the things. So how do you say you are better than the other one? It's not make sure. It's not make sure. Thabo Mbeki is not make sure. Thabo Mbeki is not make sure. Thabo Mbeki is not make sure, guys, please. But again, let's see. Sorry, guys. Let's see whether you agree or you disagree with me. Mina, I'll see you guys on the next one. But until such a time, guys, please don't forget, like the video, comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to click the notification bell. That is how you you would be the first to be notified when I post when I post the next video. And also, guys, please do donate to the channel. It does help out a lot. It it helps out. It does help out a lot. So please don't forget also to donate to the channel. I want to buy a